I recently received my Sig STL-900L tack light and wanted to do a quick review of it, show you how or what comes in the box. Got your manual. The light. Battery. And this, which the manual makes no mention of, but it looks like, and I tried it on my XDM, so this is an attachment for mounting this to a block or similar rail, because the piece that it comes with is for a standard Picatinny rail. It uses, and it comes with, one CR123 lithium battery, and it's pretty easy to install. You just depress that lever, battery goes in there, and it's installed. It claims that it's an 80-minute peak battery life. It has a high output LED light, and it says that it's at 130 lumens. It has a strobe function, it has a red laser. It also comes with an onboard Allen key, which you use for adjusting the elevation and the windage. And it's made of aluminum and polymer, so it's not all plastic like some of the cheap ones. The buttons, a lot of people feel that this is a little complicated to use, but after just a couple of minutes of playing with it, you can figure it out. It's pretty straightforward. On the back of it, you have your instant on buttons. You have your constant on, which is here. These are not so ergonomically placed as far as I'm concerned. The red button is for the laser, and then these two toggle on and off the strobe function. Press that and the laser goes. Again, it turns off. And then once you turn it on, that button switches it to strobe, and this is for solid on. And it has a memory of how you have it set. So if I turn the strobe on, then the next time I turn it on, either instant or solid or constant on, then it stays that way. If you put it on the solid constant on, it now remembers that. As far as adjusting for windage and elevation, the manual is wrong about this, by the way. It says that it you probably cannot see this. It says that this one area here is for adjusting the windage and elevation, when that is not correct. One is for the windage and the other is for the elevation. You just pop out this little rubber piece, and then you use the Allen key to adjust it as so. And then you pop the rubber piece back on. And then the Allen key fits in here. Now, I have a feeling that this is not going to stay in here if you use a gun with any kind of recoil. I'm using it on a FN57, which is fairly light recoil, and have not lost this yet. But I have a feeling that a piece of tape over it might be necessary to keep from losing that. And then there's one other issue I had with it, with the laser, and I haven't really tried to fix it. Others say that if you clean the lens, it will fix the problem. But it's actually a pretty cool concept the laser is inside or behind the lens, so you don't have an extra piece underneath sticking out. But the problem is that, I don't know if you can see this little ghost here, kind of annoying, and I'm going to have to play with it, see if I can make that go away. And that's really one of the two issues I have with it. Now I'm going to show you how to mount it. Let me use my 5.7. Let me just make sure it's clear, and it is clear. The way that you mount it, you just depress that and you slide it on, like so. Now I have one issue with it. See how it moves? And you have to really, I mean, it takes a lot of turns to screw this thing down. It's not quite as easy on-off as they advertise. And just to, here, let me demonstrate what I mean, because prior to this, I've been using a TLR1. And this one's modified. It has a much deeper switch on it because I have put this on an AR, and it has an attachment for a pressure switch. But this one, when you mount it, notice it doesn't move at all. I do not have to tighten this down. It's just on there solid. Whereas this one, you have to tighten it down to keep that from happening. Not that big of a deal, but I don't, in a scenario where you need to get it on and off quickly, if you really want it mounted solidly, you have to crank this thing down. But it is fairly ergonomic, and it is ambidextrous, because you can use the trigger finger to turn the light on and off. What's not ambidextrous and actually a little annoying to try and reach are these buttons on the side. In a shit hits the fan zombie apocalypse scenario, you might not have the time to figure out what button you're going to hit. You know what? While I'm at it, I'm just going to show you, in case you might be used to using a Streamlight. I'm going to show you what the difference is with the way that the light throws. I think you'll see that this one's actually a lot brighter than this, even though they both say that they're 130 lumens. But anyway, here, take a look at what these look like. All right, in summary, I think that this does have a few drawbacks. I'm pretty sure that the wrench is going to fall out at some point. The laser tends to ghost, which is pretty annoying, but I think once I clean the lens, that'll probably go away. It's not all that complicated to use once you get used to it, but the buttons are not all that intuitive. And like I said, in that shit hits the fan scenario, you might not be able to get to the buttons you need to. And the manual that it comes with is less than accurate. Now there is one that is that you can download online that is right, but the one that came with it is just not right when it comes to adjusting the windage and elevation. And it's not mounted as quickly and easily as they say. The advantages, however, it comes with an awful lot for the money. Their website says that it's $215, but I shopped around and then I found it for $160. But then I found it at a place called Bowtac Tactical, and I'll give you the link for it. For $99, less 15%, which made it $85, and I just could not resist. So, and I don't know if that promotion is still available at the time that you're watching this, but for $85, you get a laser, you get a strobe feature, and I don't know how you're gonna beat that price wise. It seems to hold its zero, at least with the FN. I haven't tried it on a 45 yet, but I will, and I will update this. So overall, even with the drawbacks, I highly recommend this. It's just for the money, you get an awful lot. Anyway, thank you for viewing my review of the Sig Sauer STL-900L tack light, and happy shooting, guys.